Oh, here we go. Welcome, everyone, to the Warminster Township Board of Supervisors meeting for Thursday, May 1st. Can we all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please have a moment of silence for all our brave servicemen and servicewomen, and also for our governor who was subject to an unnecessary attack. Thank you. All right, announcements. I just want to announce that we had a executive session prior to this meeting. We went over real estate and potential litigation. Welcome, everyone. It's a beautiful spring day, almost summer-like, and I know everyone says this, and I can't say it enough, but as you're traveling, especially on the side roads, please be aware of young kids playing, and do the speed limit. I was talking to our police officers the other day, and they they agreed with me that people tend to do 25 miles an hour on street road and 45 miles an hour on the side streets. And I see a gentleman laughing, so you know I experience it all the time as well. I know. So hey, how about we do the speed limit on street road, and on the side streets do the speed limit, which is 25 miles an hour, because there's young kids out there. We don't want any tragic accidents. Thank you. Janice, would you like to go?
Sure, I'd be happy to. Welcome everyone that came out tonight. It's great to see you. It was a great time with our Warminster Parks and Rec at the egg scramble a few weeks ago. It was great to see all the little kids out there scrambling to get the eggs, and Jess and our amazing group of people from the Warminster Parks and Rec did a great job, and the kids seemed to have a great time. So a couple things will be coming up soon. Kathy will be telling us about. So looking forward to Mother's Day next week. So everybody remember, don't forget Mom.
Thanks, Janice. Chuck?
Yes, I'd also like to welcome everyone here, and like Ken said, be very observant on the side streets. I had a backing out of my driveway, a kid whizzing by on one of those little scooters. I didn't even see him for the last second, so just keep your head on a swivel. All these new toys that we didn't have when we were kids are moving pretty fast. And also Mother's Day and Memorial Day. That's good.
Right, Judy?
Thanks, everybody, for coming. I think we must do something to encourage people to show up. I know you're all watching on television, but I want to remind people that this is the American, Asian, and Pacific Islanders Month, and the whole celebration is because of what Asian immigrants have brought to our country, which is a lot. And since pandemic, a lot of Asian Americans have suffered because of misplaced blame for the pandemic. And so I want you to treat your Asian friends and community members well this month. And also, it's also Mental Health Awareness Month, And as we get older, there's a lot of changes in life that cause mental health issues, and be aware of those issues and be aware of your residents when people change their mental outlook on things, and help them along. We don't have enough money in this state to cover all the mental health issues that we are suffering, and the drug issues that result from those. So please consider that, and thank you for coming.
Thanks, Judy. Kathy?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, folks at home. I have some announcements for our Parks and Recreation Department. The 30th Annual Rubber Ducky Regatta will take place on Sunday, May 18th at Kemper Park. Festivities begin at noon, featuring DJ, balloon art, water ice, and more. The race starts at 1 o'clock. Contact Parks and Recreation to visit our website to sponsor ducks for a chance to win prizes. And by the way, I do have Rubber Ducky Regatta tickets on me tonight if anybody is interested. They're $5 5 for $20. Warminster Day is scheduled for Saturday, September 27th. Sponsorship and vendor space opportunities are now available by contacting Park and Recreation or visiting our website. Red Cross Blood Drive is scheduled for Wednesday, May 7th from 9 to 2 at the Rec in Warminster Community Park. Register to give blood at the Rec by visiting redcrossblood.org. Discount amusement tickets through the PRPS discount ticket program will return in May. Visit our website for more information. The VFW Post 6493 will help with our annual Memorial Day ceremony and parade on Monday, May 26th at the Warminster Township Administration Building. The ceremony begins at 10 a.m. with the parade immediately following. Refreshments will be available at the end of the parade route at the VFW on Lowe's Drive. That's all I have for tonight, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thanks, Kathy. I just have one more comment here. And Chief, I see our traffic stops are up significantly from last year, and I want to say thank you because actually they're up about 125%. So great job, and our traffic details are up as well. So one of the things I do want to comment on, I just want to make one last comment. I know last meeting I talked about our police body cams and our dashboard cams. We had funding for that through Congress down in Washington, and they stripped it out of the continuing resolution, and we didn't get any money. We asked for $1.2 million because all our cameras that are Life's End, the company that used to support that software and those cameras are out of business, and I'm still working with Congressman Fitzpatrick and Senator Fetterman to get that money appropriated for next year because it's very important safety for our residents and our police officers that we have that money. So I've been working, I'm like a dog on a bone, but we're going to continue to do that. And so far, we're hoping that it gets put back into the appropriations bills.
Thank you.
So from there, we have no presentations, no land use matters, and public comment. I just want to reiterate that it's public comment, 3 minutes. Anybody's welcome to come up. Come on up, Nicole.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Nicole Renier, tax collector. Happy May. I just wanted to give some updates as we come to the close of April. A friendly reminder that we're now in the face period of the bills. So if you've not yet paid your tax bill, it's the face amount, which is the middle column on your bill that's due. The deadline for the face period is June 30th, and after June 30th is when the 10% penalty will be added. That final deadline, so everyone's aware too, is the end of the year, so December 31st. April was a busy month. 'Tis the season for taxes, of course, in April, right? We had our open house on Saturday, April 5th. I just want to thank everyone who came out for that. It was a cold and rainy day, but we had a good turnout, and I just appreciate everyone that stopped by and attended. Excuse me. We also visited Centennial Station and Five Ponds to collect payments, and I want to thank the residents there for coming out those days as well. Big thank you to everyone around the community and beyond who's paid so far. We had a lot of activity in the office, payments in the mail, online, all the different ways, and it's been really great. So big thank you and great job all the way around. So an update on those payments that were received. As of today, we've processed 9,098 tax payments out of the 10,437 bills that were mailed out. There's about 350 that we're still working through, and once we process those, we'll have a little under 1,000 tax bills that are still outstanding. So great job to everybody with that. For anyone who still needs to pay, please feel free to reach out if I can be of any assistance with that. I'm happy to accommodate people as best as possible with hours or anything else to make it as accessible as we can. The $55 rebates for the senior trash discount, I do want to mention that is available soon. We ask that people contact our office after May 15th to coordinate that. Typically, it's a Friday afternoon that we'll have people come in for those rebates. The rebates are also available to the end of the year, just so everyone knows. You can always get it in that same calendar year. Any questions about anything, please feel free to call us, 215-443-8282. Our email is taxcollector@warminsterpa.org. The website is warminstertaxcollector.com. And of course, we're on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Warminster Tax Collector there too. And I just want to say thank you so much again to everybody. And I do want to mention, last but not least, a big thank you to the board and all the board members. Many people have commented about how the taxes have not been raised this year. And so that's something I just want to commend you all on the work that you've been doing. We've got a great community, and I'm proud of Warminster with all of this. So thank you all so much.
Thanks, Nicole. And we haven't raised taxes in the last 4 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the year before that was for the firemen. So thank you.
Awesome job, everybody.
Yes, thank you. And a great job. And thanks to the residents, because as we said before, without the residents paying their taxes timely, it's hard to operate a township. We haven't had to take a temporary loan out to pay our taxes since I've been here. So this is my 6th year, so I'm proud to say that, because that was always a tough one to swallow. But anyway, thanks to the residents for that. Okay, anyone else? All right, being none, let's move on. Consent agenda. I'll read it out. Consider approval of the Board of Supervisors meeting minutes dated April 3rd, 2025. Consider memorandum of understanding between Warminster Township Police Department and Bucks County Intermediate Unit Number 22. Consider 911 York Road Lot 2, Townhomes, release number 2, final from the escrow account in the amount of $396,994.60. And consider deed of easement for stormwater easement at 445 Camberley Road, 439 Camberley Road, and 431 Camberley Road. That was a wonderful job that we did out there, fixing everyone's water running through their yards. Consider settlement agreement between LBG Mechanical, Inc. and Warminster Township. And finally, consider resolution for DCED grant.
Motion.
Motions, or a second?
I'll second that.
Can I make a comment?
Certainly, Tom.
WMA did the work
Yes.
Right.
for these Camberley places. We cheered them on.
Yes, and you know, it's nice to see the municipal authority, they do a fantastic job keeping our stormwater infrastructure, well, fixing 60 years of neglect of our infrastructure, and now doing a great job building new inlets. And I know that Camberley Road, I visited that during a really bad
That
storm.
was really bad.
And, you know, we've put underground piping in, so their yards are now back to, so they can use them.
People are very happy, by
Yeah.
the way. Thank you.
It's a great job, and hats off to the WMA for.
Yes.
They did a great job.
Great
They still
job.
have quite a few miles, or not, well, quite a few thousand feet of pipe to videotape and jet. Obviously, 60 years of neglect, it takes a long time, but they're doing a great job.
They are. They
Hats off to them. Okay, any comments from the public? Come on up.
My name is Don Schroeder, my wife Eleanor. We live on Christie Court, 849 Christie Court. Our property immediately backs up. You had mentioned the storm water work. It backs up to the Tennyson Avenue Basin.
Okay, hold on a second. This is the comments on the consent agenda,
Okay.
not on anything else.
Okay, not on anything else?
Not yet, no.
Okay,
Well,
not yet.
actually, that was
All
in
right.
public comment when I asked you
All
to
right,
come up.
okay, I'm sorry. This is the first time I've ever been
That's
to one
okay,
of your
that's okay,
meetings.
welcome.
So,
Welcome.
you know, I wanted
Yeah.
to find out what was going on, but I wanted to talk about that a little bit. And, you know, you guys want to call up, you can call me up when, you know, you're done here. Is that the way it works? I don't really know.
Actually, you missed public comment, but
Okay.
I'll allow you to come up to speak as soon as we
Okay,
get
all
through
right.
this.
Okay,
Okay.
sorry I missed.
That's okay. First time mistakes are innocent.
Okay,
All right, any comments on the consent agenda? Sorry.
all right, I'm sorry.
That's quite all right.
It's okay.
All right, being none, let's call the question. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Chair votes aye, motion carries 5-0. All right, if with the board's permission, I'll open up public comment one last time.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Come on up,
Come
sir.
on down.
Let's try door number 10.
That's right.
Okay, once again, Don Schroeder, Christie Court. Tennyson Avenue Water Basin, Tennyson Road. We have had problems with that basin, not so much with overflow, but the water you had mentioned about the other residents where the water running down behind the house. Well, they're in a process of really taking that basin apart and moving into the woods that had been back there previously. I understand it's a project that has to be done. One of the concerns myself and my wife and a couple other residents have are the animals. It was like indiscriminately just took the trees down and everything with all. I'm not complaining about the work being done. I know it had to be done because we had like right behind our house, which is downstream. It was like a whitewater rafting trip in some of the bad rain.
Yeah.
And I don't know if what they're doing, I'm trying to find out if what they're doing on this project is going to alleviate some of the water coming down through the houses behind the backs of property.
I'd
I
like
mean,
to,
it's-
if I can address that.
Yes,
First of all, yes, it will.
okay,
We're going to turn that storm basin right now is what's called a 25-year flood.
Okay, I read that.
Which nowadays actually happens every other rainstorm. We're turning that into a 100-year storm
okay,
and with infiltration, and it will alleviate the concerns. However, I would suggest you come to our next municipal authority meeting because that's where that's going to be addressed.
okay.
And I'm
all
sure
right.
Dalton's already reached out to you guys because I know we've been doing public outreach over there.
Yes, Dalton, we've spoken to Dalton, yes.
Yes, so I would suggest to you, sir, and you're welcome to come, obviously, we welcome anyone there to answer these kinds of questions.
Okay.
Our next municipal authority meeting will be June 9th
June 9th,
at the municipal authority in their auditorium,
next door.
next door.
Okay.
Yes,
June 9th. And
June
time?
9th.
What is the time?
5:30.
5:30, okay, okay.
Sir, you've spoken to Dalton already at the
Yes,
WMA?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
He's your point person on that project, so
Okay,
he asked everybody, because I know the residents are all calling, but they should all go through Dalton George at the WMA.
everything goes through Dalton?
Yeah, the township's not
All right.
involved. It's,
All right.
Mr. Hayes is on both.
Now, I serve on that
Yeah,
board
So
as
he
well.
says we.
we apologize on his behalf for saying.
It's a broad brush I have.
I got it, I got it.
But no, that's where, and Dalton and Gilmore is our stormwater engineer over there as well.
Okay,
So, yeah, I would welcome you to come to that meeting, and then we
Okay.
can address any questions or anything. But in the
So-
meantime, please reach out to Dalton George.
okay, I
And,
mean, anytime we've called him and had questions, he's been great,
Yeah.
you know, with questions and answers. But I didn't know what was being discussed tonight. I just wanted to get a ballpark idea, so I got what
Yeah,
I'm,
I mean, Mr. Hayes summarized everything. There's nothing more than, that basin's gonna be better when it's done. Everything that Mr. Hayes said is about as far as infiltration, larger volume to hold back more water. I know there's trees being taken down to people had issues, but
Okay.
I got an update from Dalton just on Friday last week, and I think he's been meeting with everybody that has a concern. I know they're very proactive over there with all the residents and
Okay.
along the woods. So
Yeah, we've been, Dalton's great with public relations and talking to all the residents, and I know once it was necessary to expand that basin because it just doesn't hold back enough water. And especially, as you said, it's like a river coming down the street.
Yes,
So that's all
yes,
going to be
yes.
directed into that basin. And then we're going to landscape as well. So
Okay.
it's not just, when you look out your window, there's going to be landscaping.
because like I said, we're the last house downstream,
Yes, and we know that's a concern.
okay, and it's like, and before the trees were taken down, all we had were the trees back there, and our back of our house faces due west. And this time of the year, all through the summer, we waited 25 years to be able to sit out on our deck late evening.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, now the trees are gone.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know,
I'm sorry,
I know,
but
I
you know,
know.
for the good
I
of
got
all
it.
the people.
I have that.
Yes,
I
yes.
fully understand.
Yeah,
I
thanks
fully
for
understand.
understanding. I appreciate that.
Trying to save us one tree.
Yeah, Dalton's trying to say.
I know, he told me. He
You're
did tell me.
aware of
Yes,
it.
yes.
He's a
We're-
good guy.
We're doing our best.
Aw.
Yeah.
I worked construction for 40 years with the iron workers, so I know what is rough.
401?
502 and 401.
Okay, nice, good for you, good for
So I
you.
know what you guys are putting up with it, and I know what they're putting up with it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go along with them and understand, and my end of it, I understand, it's just, some people just don't understand.
I know,
So,
I know.
I got it, and
Well,
thanks for your
well, thank
time.
you, and I'm glad you made it to retirement. Glad you can collect that pension.
I waited until I was 70 and said, I'm out of here.
Oh, wow, that's a long time. Most
Yeah.
everybody else is out about 60, right? All right, well, thanks for coming, and I look forward to seeing you at the municipal authority meeting.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? All right, let's move on. Finance, Chuck,
Yes.
did the math, right?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, yes, I did.
All right.
For the bill list dated April 17th, 2025, in the amount of $1,400,090.69, and a supplemental bill list dated April 30th, 2025, in the amount of $908,055. I'm sorry. What did she do here? $55.54, with a grand total of $2,308,616.23.
All right, it's motion to pay the bills.
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Any questions or comments? Questions or comments from the public? All right, let's call the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Chair votes aye, motion carries 5-0. And again, thanks everyone for paying their taxes timely, because we don't have to take out a tax anticipation note, and that interest is incredibly high. So we haven't done that for the last 6 years, and I'm pretty proud to say that. All right, John, you're up.
All right, so we're only looking at through the end of March, and things are still pretty much tracking the same as they were last year. We're within 0.2% of revenues this year compared to last year. And overall, looking at revenues compared to budget, we're at 22% this year. We were at 23% last year, so we're following the same trends. Expenses, we're at 21% this year. We were at 20% last year. So everything is just tracking as good as last year, and I will take the same year we had last year again this year. So everything's looking good. The only other comment I have is, after, of course, Nicole's not here anymore, is the modernization of the tax office. The one thing she did, I've talked to the bank, they scan checks now, everything gets deposited almost immediately, and she's ETFing the money over to it. So we actually are getting the money faster than we were in prior years. So like just taking those steps of the township getting the money faster just makes things so much easier. Looking at the bank balances at the end of the day. So that's pretty much all I had. Any questions?
Thank you, John. And you're right, they are trending.
Thanks,
the
John.
same.
You're
Yeah,
saying
I don't know
we're-
how much
we're
closer we
tracking
could be to prior years.
0.2, so 0.2%.
0.16%.
Wow, oh, 1.6%.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's fantastic.
Yes.
That's fantastic, and I'll take a year like last year anytime.
Yes.
We will.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you,
All
John.
right, thank you. All right, no unfinished business. New business, we're going to consider, consideration to approve resolution to establish policy for service fees that request police presence at non-public safety events. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second? Tom?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen of the board. This is based on some recent requests that the police department has had to provide police officers at events that otherwise have nothing to do with the police department. So this would not affect anything that their normal duties for traffic control or rescue or law enforcement or public safety. This would be people request police officers at their events, whether they're on private property or at our parks. We did not have a fee established. I would like the board to do so. The fee in the resolution is $150 per officer per hour, with the chief and the township manager having the ability to decide whether or not the event should get the requested officers. there's a better way to put that. Let me try that again. Whether or not it's something that the police department can do, given staffing and priorities and that kind of stuff. So, but we did recently have a couple of requests for stuff that was not township business, was not related to the normal duties of the police department. And so I would like to start charging those organizations for it.
And basically, I believe it just covers the costs of that officer to be at the event.
Right, it would be based on what the wages and benefit number, the benefit dollars are.
Okay.
The fringe factor.
Okay, thank you. Any comments from the board? From the public? All right, let's call the question. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Chair votes aye, motion carries 5-0. All right, Tom, you're up.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have two announcements. First is the Citizens Academy concluded its business, its 6-week schedule this past last night with Peter Leahy in the library. And this was a brainchild of Lisa Howdyshell, and I want to commend her for it and thank the department heads, like the police chief and the finance director who left the room, for participating. So we had different departments each night for 6 weeks, and it's something that we're trying for the first time, and hopefully we're going to be able to do it next year too. And as far as excuse me, outreach to the public about what we do, what we actually do, and how the department heads run their outfits. There was some good stuff there. So I want to thank Lisa and the department heads for that. My second thing is not as happy is that we've seen an increase recently in vandalism at our parks. So I would ask that the public, if you're at a park and you see something that is untoward or property damage or something, please let us know, let the police department know, because we really want to catch the people that are doing these damages. And some of it is ranges from graffiti to breaking into some of our buildings. And we've spent a lot of money on security cameras recently, but we can't have them everywhere at once. So please, if you see something, let us know. Thank you. That's all I have, Mr. Chairman. I'm sorry. I do have one more thing. Pardon me.
Well, before you do that, I just want to say that we just spent a small fortune putting in a brand-new playground, and that was vandalized the other night, and with graffiti and all kinds of other stuff, I believe. So we have police cameras everywhere, and just a fair warning to everybody, because these are all public places, and it's for the benefit of the community. This playground is for all the little kids to play in, and from the residents of this community. So if you're going to come out and vandalize it and you get caught, we are going to prosecute you to the fullest extent. We're going to ask for restitution. We're going to go after you if you decide to vandalize public property that's for the benefit of the residents. So, we keep spending a lot of money. I keep going to our state senator and our state representative, Brian Monroe, and Congressman Fitzpatrick and Fetterman and all this, and I keep asking for more money. I need more money. And a lot of times I get it, and we put it into the community only to have it vandalized. So our directive from the board here is that if you get caught, you're in a lot of trouble. As far as we can go with it, it's just wrong. It's not, you're destroying your own community. So, if the police catch you, good luck. That's all I have to say about that. Okay, I'm sorry, Tom. I went on, and I digress. Go ahead,
That's
Tom.
right. I wanted to talk the schedule, but I guess I'll do it at number 10.
Yeah, we can do it, Sam.
I'd like to say something, Mr. Chair. I want to thank, Ken's point is absolutely correct. We should bring those kids to court. We should bring their parents to court, because parents should be watching out for their kids. But the other thing is, I want to thank Andrew McAdams. He's our Public Works Director, for all that he does for keeping all this stuff up to date, doing the park, cleaning up the roads, getting people's questions answered about the piping, everything. He's on top of everything, so thank you, Andy.
Thank you, Judy.
Thanks, Judy.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Judy.
Thanks, Judy. Appreciate
Okay, that's
that.
for Andrew.
All right. Scott?
Nothing to report, just want to wish everyone, we talked about Mother's Day, we talked about Memorial Day coming up, and it's also prom and graduation season, so just, congratulations to all the seniors who are getting out of high school, moving on and getting into their adult life, so they're going into the workforce, college, the military, so it's a time to celebrate them as well, so congratulations to them.
Iron worker apprenticeships? All right. Mr. Kennard?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You have our May engineers report. We're up to a good solid 4 pages. I'm hoping not to go on to a 5th page, but Mr. Scott keeps sending more work my way. And with that, for your next meeting, hopefully we will have an award for some of the trail paving. Aaron is working with Jess and Andrew. We had an update meeting with the staff to figure out the phasing. I think there's over 5 miles of trail we need to pave at Warminster Community Park. So we're looking at having that ready for you at your June meeting. And just an update from the last meeting, I know I'm always asked this, so I got the actual numbers. For the road program, we're at 45 miles of paved road at the end of this program for the last 5 years, and over 327 ADA curb ramps. So that's quite an accomplishment over the last 5 years. And we
Certainly is.
continue to plug away every year on the ramps, which are a big expense to the township, but they're much needed to replace these older ramps for ADA accessibility. So that's all I have.
Yeah, especially since we were only paving 3 miles of road before we actually
You had
developed a good
9
road
mile
program.
average over 5 years, so that's
Right.
pretty good.
So we're doing well. And
Start
by-
again in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we're going to be doing the Speedway in August as well.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as far as the trails, we did plan on paving the entire 5 miles. We had budgeted a little over $1 million, I believe, right, Craig?
Yes.
Then we had to go out because we wanted to make sure that we weren't just putting a Band-Aid on the trail. So we went out and they did cores and they did an analysis of the base. Turns out that a lot of the trails were just put on textile and then asphalt, and now it's all cracked. So that number went up to 2.2 million, I think, or 2.3 million. So now we're going to have to phase it. We're only going to have we picked the worst spots. So we're going to do about 2.5 miles of trail this year, and then once again I have to go
Full new trail.
That's right, and we're
So-
talking about like repairing all the base, the stone base, compacting it, so when we do pave it, it'll last quite a long time. And then the next time, whenever that is, I don't even know if I'll be alive, but we can mill it and pave it because the base will be solid and sound. So
You'll have 6 inches of stone with 4 inches of
Yeah.
top in 2 different layers, but you'll be able to just mill that. Over time, it does crack. All pavement does,
Right.
like your driveway. So
Yeah, freestyle,
this way,
you
there's
can't
a
help
solid foundation, and that's why the cost, basically doubled. It's not worth it to repave or mill. At one point, you're milling in your own dirt, and it's not going to last. So I think this is the right way to do it. We'll just have to do it in phases.
I get so many positive comments from folks where they pave the roads because they do such a phenomenal job. So,
And
great job.
Jessica and Aaron did a great job on the phasing and priority, and Andrew did all the core. We didn't have to go out and do the core boring, so the more we did, the more information we had. And I gotta tell you, this township doing it the right way. I know Ken always asks us to do it that way, Mr. Scott as well. It's a lot easier to make decisions when we have the information. Working with Public Works and all those core borings really helped us analyze everything and then phase it with Jessica, and Aaron worked out a great plan for that. So I think we're moving in the right direction. It is double the cost, but I think you'll be happy with the product at the end.
yeah, but doing it the right way. I mean, we've been putting Band-Aids on things, well, up until
It's like sealing your driveway.
Yeah,
After a while,
exactly.
you can only
I
seal
mean,
the cracks so long.
This is just the type of climate we live in. It's freeze thaw and roads don't last forever. But yeah, we went through this at the infrastructure meeting. I'll hold it up, but behind it is all the budget. But we have red, green, and yellow as far as the trails go, and our priority is to do the red trails and around the pond, and and then we'll phase the rest of it next year when we get more funds. So thanks to our engineers and our public works for doing a nice job with the analysis. There's a real nice analysis report here. We could probably put it online too, Tom.
Sure.
Okay. Thanks, Craig.
We'll be awarding that bid at the next meeting.
Yes. All right, Tom, so there's William Tennant's graduation, seniors are graduating, and Chuck has a proud graduate, and that graduation is June 5th, I believe, correct?
June 5th, 4 o'clock.
Right, so I believe we're going to cancel that meeting, but I'm going to let Tom go through all the meetings that we're going to cancel for one reason or another. Go ahead, Tom.
See it reorg. So our next scheduled meeting is 2 weeks from tonight on May the 15th. Do you have pleasure in that one?
No, is there any
should cancel
objections to cancel that meeting?
No.
Please.
No objections?
No.
Okay.
Please, for Janice.
May 15th is canceled, yes. We usually cancel the second meeting anyway.
So June 5th
It's graduation
is
night.
graduation night, so it sounds like we need to cancel that one as well.
Yes, we will cancel June 5th, and then we will hold our board meeting on June 19th. Okay, and then the day before 4th of July, no one wants to come in here. Anybody want to come in on the July 3rd? So, is there any objections to canceling the July 3rd meeting and then just having the regular schedule July 17th?
No concerns.
Okay, and then we'll just revert back to August 7th, which is the first Thursday of the month.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds good.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, well,
17th.
I want to thank everyone for coming here tonight and watching on television. It's always nice to get the business of the township done without any chaos or commotion. It helps us immensely. So, thanks again. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. And be careful driving around the township. Oh, by the way, police, our chief, great job on the traffic. It really looks good. Thank you. Yeah, I know.
You can tell.
The only on the 19th.
I hope not. And, and I want to thank the chief and, what was the lieutenant's name that did the,
Chris McCall.
Chris McCall, yes. I want to thank both the chief and Chris McCall for putting together the request for what are we asking for this year now?
Radios and the,
Well, same
Put
thing.
the three things in again.
Yeah, so it's 2 million, I think, this time, right?
It's Patrick McCormick and
Fetterman.
Fetterman.
Yes, yes. So appreciate the hard work that they put in to get that proposal together for us. And I'm sending in a letter of recommendation, of course, but being the bottom of the food chain. So we asked Senator Farry, State Rep Brian Monroe, and we have letters from Senator Fetterman. And we don't have McCormick yet, right?
I don't know if we have McCormick yet now.
Okay, but we'll be asking them to support that,
We got
so.
one from Centennial School District, we got one from
Right.
Judge O'Neill.
Oh, we got Judge O'Neill too?
Yeah, I think we got one from him.
Okay.
I think that's where we went. And there's another one. Oh, DA Jen Shorn.
Okay, great,
Okay.
great. So there's a lot of support for it, hopefully. Anybody wants to write to Senator or Congressman Fitzpatrick, feel free to. The more people that get in his ear, the more chance we have to get the funding that we desperately need for our police force. So, okay. That's all I have to say. Janice?
Happy Mother's Day, happy Memorial Day. Look forward to see everybody on the side of the road. So we'll have a good evening and nice parade. Just remember at the meeting for Memorial Day is that we take time to reflect on those that have sacrificed their life for our freedom.
Well put. Chuck?
Just like Janice, happy Mother's Day to everyone, especially my mom and my wife, Jen. To the ladies with me up here tonight, enjoy your day. You earned it. And happy Memorial Day. Like Janice said, it's a time of remembrance, also a celebration. And hopefully see everyone at the parade. Thank you.
Ditto. No, I just want to say, I'm very happy to see you here. You know, there's no democracy without citizen participation, so we'd like to see more people come out, and I hope I'll see you all on Memorial Day.
I'd like to wish all the moms out there happy Mother's Day. And also, I think Chuck had mentioned it too, and maybe Janice. Please be careful when you're driving around. There's a lot of kids out there. They'll be getting out of school soon, and they'll be running around. So just follow especially on the neighborhood streets. They're 25 miles an hour. Please try to be careful. And that's it, Mr. Chair.
Do we have any mothers on the board? Happy Mother's Day, ladies. Happy Mother's Day.
To the three of you, yes. Happy
Yes.
Mother's Day.
Thank you.
All right, motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
So moved. Thanks, everybody.